All right, guys, I think we're back. Thank you for hanging in there with me. We'll give it a minute and see if people come back. Let me head over to YouTube and see what's happening here. One person watching. All right, we'll get there. All right, a few people starting to come in, guys. So let me get things together here. It's always an adventure. Anytime that I try to do a video, it's always an adventure. All right, there are some of you. Awesome. Hi guys. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for sticking with me. All right, can everyone hear me, see me? Everything good? I can see you and hear you. Perfect. Awesome. All right, let's dive right in then. There's a lot happening right now, and I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions after Luke finally dropped the bomb that he is leaving Cord Cutters News, if you haven't already heard that news. Yeah, things are a little crazy over here, so I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions. I'm happy to answer them the best I can. If you haven't heard already, I'll give you a quick rundown. Luke sold Cord Cutters News. It was a great choice all around, very in the making. It has been months now since all of this has started. So if you haven't noticed any big changes on the site, that's great. That means I'm doing my job well. Yeah, he did. I know we're getting a lot of what's. So I'm actually going to head over to Cord Cutters, the bomb all over again. Yeah, he announced it on the site last week, I believe, but this has, like I said, been a while in the making. No, we did not sell to AT&T, I promise. I know. I'm waiting for all of the sad messages and things to come in. Yeah, it was a great decision though. It's going to be really great for Luke to focus on other projects and spend some time with his family. This has been his life for years. So it's good. It's good all around. I think that it's going to be great working for this new company. We have so many resources now to do so many things. I obviously stayed on board. They kept me. I'm working with the news team now, and we have Philip, the new writer. We still have Tamara. Tamara's still here. Eric says, are you going to get new equipment with new owners? I have gotten some. So hopefully the audio is a little better this time. I have a new microphone. I have a stand that I have to set up. I'm using an old one now. Using a webcam, which I know is not the best quality. Eric says, so glad to see the Q&As back again. Yes, definitely. I think I will probably be taking those over, so I'll be seeing you guys every week. Sorry for all the ums. There's a lot going on. Things are a little crazy right now. But yeah, I'll be here every week doing the Q&As. Sorry about last week. Some things came up that I had to take care of at the last minute, so I was on the phone, unfortunately, instead of in a video. Manny said, Luke made millions and left us. He did not. He stuck around for a while, and he's still here. He's still kind of hanging out in the background and helping me, because I'm now kind of leading up our news team. So Luke has been giving me guidance. He's been writing a post here and there. Joe says there are technical issues. Sorry about that. I think it's because I had to switch from my desktop to my laptop. So some of you may have seen that I jumped onto a live video real quick and then had to leave again. And that is because YouTube kicked me out on my desktop. So I had to switch to the laptop. So I know it's not the best quality. Yeah, if you have any questions about Luke leaving, go ahead and ask. I'll answer to the best of my ability. I don't have all of the details that you might be looking for. There are some things that are still kind of up in the air, but I will answer your questions the best I can. And let me find, again, that post that Luke wrote about what's going on so that you can hear it straight from him. But yeah, in the meantime, if you have questions, please ask. Manny says, good to know that Luke is still helping. Yeah, this was all very much a planned decision. it was planned that after he sold that he wanted to leave. He wants to work on other projects and spend more time with his family, which is awesome. So he is still around and helping me, kind of giving me some direction about what to do. So hopefully there won't be any huge changes right now. We're still going to be giving you the news as usual. You'll just see some new faces and hear some more names. Chris says, what happened to the office space and the tech lab that Luke had? He sadly moved out of the office, and I know that he was very upset about it because he was texting me as he was packing it up. It is very sad. That was such a cool space, and I know that he really spent a lot of time and really invested in making that what he wanted it to be. Amazing Eric says, I still follow Luke on Guy Reviews and on Twitter, and I also follow Jess on Twitter. Thank you. Yeah, I'm at Jess Types over on Twitter. And Luke is very active on Twitter. He's been doing that more now that he has a little more free time on his hands. Michael says Luke went to Office Space too. Richard wants to know if Luke's wife is getting stationed overseas. I don't want to really get into Luke's personal life, but no, everything is good there. He might have some updates about where he's going to be and what he's going to be up to for you soon. I think he's still kind of hammering out some details about some things before he goes ahead and shares it, but follow him on Twitter if you're interested in keeping up with him. Even the website is loading so slowly. I'm trying to find this blog post for you guys, and it is taking forever. Anthony says, I just want to talk about cord cutting. Yes, absolutely. I'm here to answer your questions. I just thought that we would talk about the elephant in the room real quick before we really jumped in. King says, what are the advantages of Fubo TV versus Sling TV? So it's really just a personal preference thing. If you like the channels on Fubo versus the channels on Sling, Fubo has more channels. They have more sports focused channels and also additional packages that are really sports focused. Sling TV has a really good selection at an affordable price. So it's a matter of budget and which channels you're looking for. Ed says Luke is the new Tiger King. Do not wish that on him, please. If you've been reading Cord Cutters news, you may have seen that we've been sharing so much Tiger King news lately, and it has been crap. All right. Yeah, if you have any questions about the Luke thing, go ahead and ask. If you have any questions about cord cutting, please ask. That's what I'm here for. Lisa says, I credit Luke and Cord Cutters with me being able to cut the cord. Thanks and best wishes to Luke. I will pass that on to him. He may be watching. I'm not so sure. Yeah, Luke did just an incredible job for years of sharing information and helping people cut the cord. It was just, time to move on to other projects. Hey, Becca. Becca's in the chat, everybody. What is your go-to binge-watching show during the pandemic? Okay. Well, if you haven't already watched Tiger King, obviously that's at the top of my list. Other than that, I caught up on the latest season of Grey's Anatomy that I have not had any time to watch. So in my little bit of free time from Cord Cutters News, I watched the last season of Grey's. Richard said, excuse me, the blog that I saw, Luke said that he was going to do a video for sailing. Oh, for selling Cord Cutters News. I thought you meant that he was going on a sailboat, and that was news to me, although I would not be surprised. He will hopefully be doing a video. I'm not sure. There was some issue with just timing and things, but yeah, hopefully I would love to see him do a video too. I completely agree. Kevin says, you provide a valuable service. Thank you for all of your time and effort. What are your thoughts on Orby TV? Thank you so much, Kevin. I have a lot of thoughts on Orby TV, actually. It's really interesting because it's not the kind of service that we typically cover. It is a satellite TV service. The thing with Orby, and I had a very long phone call with the guys in charge of Orby to kind of find out who they are and what they do. So Orby is a satellite company, but let me find the post about it. Actually, they just had a really good deal too, and I'm sorry, I'm so scattered and all over the place tonight. It's been a very long day. And people want to know about Luke's Twitter account too. Okay. Hang on just a second, I can find Luke's Twitter account. I can't remember what his handle is, it is at Luke, LUKEBK. So if you're interested in following him on Twitter, that's where he will be sharing his updates about what he's on to next after Cord Cutters. Anthony says, I like to see every month what's coming and going on the big ones, Netflix, Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu. Yeah, so at the beginning of the month, Tamara puts together a list of what's coming to all of those. It's a little trickier to find what's leaving, just because, you know, obviously a company is not going to want to promote what's leaving their service quite as much. Michael, thanks so much for being here. Sorry we started a little late. I'm sorry you have to get going already. Richard says, I'm enjoying Fox News on Sling for free right now. Yeah, Sling right now is offering a bunch of free channels. They're doing Stay in Sling. That is their promotion. So if you head over to Sling, you do not need a subscription. You can get free access to a bunch of different channels and movies and all kinds of good stuff. All right, so I pulled up the Orby TV website because I didn't want to give you misinformation about it. They have free local channels, first of all, which is very cool. It is an affordable satellite TV company. It is not a streaming service. However, the great benefit of Orby TV is that they don't have a contract, and also you don't need internet. So you use an antenna to get all of your channels and the equipment that comes from Orby TV, which you do have to purchase. I've been saying so much, I'm sorry. I am catching myself and I know it's annoying. So with Orby TV, you also do not need a contract, and that's what really sets it apart from cable companies where you're locked into a either 12-month or 2-year contract. With Orby TV, there is no contract. So for more information about that, head over to cordcuttersnews.com and just type in Orby TV, and we've been sharing some deals and things with them. I've been talking to them about sharing a little more information over at Cord Cutters News, so hopefully that will be happening soon and we can give you some more details. I would love to do a full review. Is that something that you guys would be interested in, hearing more about Orby? Martin says, I love Quibi. Yeah, I'm very interested to see what you guys all think about Quibi. Have you downloaded it? It's free right now. If you sign up on the Quibi website, you can get a 90-day free trial. So definitely worth checking out. I'm not sure how well it's going to do. I'm not sure if I'll keep it, but interesting. And definitely worth a 90-day free trial. Paul says, Paul, I'm sorry I missed your question the first time. There's a lot happening here. Sling TV was integrated into my Life tab on the Fire TV Cube. Today, Sling TV is no longer on that tab, like Philo. I have not heard anything about that, but I can tell you that sometimes things like that just sort of happen. It could very well be something that Sling is testing out. And when that happens, there's a good chance that it'll come back later and they'll have an official announcement about it. But until then, we don't know what's going on. It could just be a fluke, a glitch, or it could be something that they are trying out that they will make an official update on soon. Bill, I'm glad you're back and thank you for emailing me. Bill emailed after my first failed attempt at going live before YouTube kicked me out. So Bill, thank you for that. Yes, I'm back. Ed wants to know if we have any comments on Locast. Oh, Locast. So for those of you who don't know Locast, it is a free streaming service run by a nonprofit who believes that local channels should be free and available to everybody. Locast is available in, I think, 17 cities now across the country. They do frequently ask for a donation, so if you don't do the $5 a month donation, you will get pop-ups all the time. So Locast is in the middle of a feud with a bunch of networks that believe it could be infringing on copyright laws. So right now, that whole thing is still going on, and other people are joining Locast in the fight. That's been the latest update. I can't remember right now what the organization is, but there's an organization that's helping Locast to fight this battle. But that's the last that we've heard about it. I'm expecting things to kind of ramp up a little bit later, but I think right now priorities are just elsewhere. So for now, Locast is alive and kicking if you are in those 17 cities. I suggest giving it a try. It's a very cool service. So I'm interested to see what happens there. But yeah, we will update you for sure. Cliff, thank you. Good to see you too. Good to read you too. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. CP wants to know, do you like Disney Plus? I do, personally. I really like some of the original content that they do. The Marvel Hero Project is very cool. If you haven't checked that one out, it's about kids who are just doing really incredible things in their communities. But yeah, I do like Disney Plus. I think they have some good shows. Mandalorian, obviously, if you haven't binge watched it yet. And there's some other good ones too. I love Marvel movies, so I'm a big fan of watching those over and over. CBS All Access, sure, yeah. I would love to know, what are you watching? What are you binge watching? Are you guys home more now? Are you doing the stay-at-home thing? I know a lot of you still have to work. I've been talking to a lot of you on Facebook. Sorry, I got distracted for just a minute. Luke and Becca are online and sending me messages right now, so everyone say hi to Luke and Becca. They are watching the video, so if you have anything that you would like to share with them, go ahead and leave it in the chat. They are watching right now. Bill wants to know, is Luke totally gone now? No, he is watching this video right now and hearing all of these updates. So no, Luke is not gone. He's very much still around. He is just not going to be a part of Cord Cutters News anymore. He will still be here taking all of my frantic phone calls when I have questions about what to do with a news story. And he has taught me well. I've been working here, for those of you who don't know much about me, I've been working here for just over a year now, and Luke has taught me everything he possibly can about Cord Cutters News and how to report on the news and how to do these videos with all of you. I know. Another flood of sad messages, Luke. I hope that you're seeing all of these. The people, they love you. But I promise that we will keep reporting cord cutting news. We are listening to your feedback. You can email me from the website anytime. Do more things and bring more content. We have a lot of very cool things in the works, and it was also a great opportunity for Luke to do some new projects and work on some new things and spend more time with family. Roy says, Luke was taken out by Comcast Spectrum and AT&T. He was not taken out. That very much makes it sound like the Mafia was after him, which, as far as I know, is not the case. He is very much still around. I talk to him daily, I promise. We are all good. Ed says, start another YouTube channel, Luke, and I'll subscribe. Luke actually does have another YouTube channel. It's called Guy Reviews, and I very much encourage you to check it out if you are a Luke fan. He is posting things over there. You can also find him on Twitter at LukeBK. Paul says, why did he sell the company? Like I said, it was just a really good opportunity. It was perfect timing just for the company to continue growing. We really needed more resources, more writers, the ability to do all kinds of really cool things that I'm excited to tell you guys about soon. But yeah, it was just, good timing, good opportunity. Couldn't pass it up. Alan says, I just wish you all the best. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The new company is wonderful. The team there is great. I'm still here. I'm the one posting all day, every day. So if you are in the Facebook group, you're seeing my name all the time. I'm publishing all the posts and finding the news and working with our content team. So we're doing great right now. I'm very happy. It's been a very good week. And things are obviously a little crazy with coronavirus kind of jumping in and ruining our news cycle a little bit. But other than that, we are all doing great, including Luke. All right, if anyone has any more cord cutting questions, send them my way. I think my video may have froze for just a second. It did. It was only the comments that froze. I thought everybody had just stopped talking altogether. Michael says, let's try her out. Are you talking about me? You're going to give me a try because I'm all for it. Thank you so much. Anthony says Prime is getting better, but I don't like the interface as much as Netflix. Yeah, once again, that's sort of a personal preference thing. Obviously, I have tried all of the services, and I think all of them are trying to be just a little bit different. They're all trying to be more user-friendly, but yeah, there are definitely some features on all of them that I don't love. And yeah, I hear you that Prime definitely could make some improvements. I think they're working on it. They've had some updates like that watch list, the My Stuff section, I think was really great. So hopefully they will keep that up. I agree that Netflix is so user friendly, and I think that they had a really great interface and just stuck with it and have only made minor adjustments, and that's been beautiful. Joe says, any updates on ATSC 3.0? Yeah, actually, a little bit. So the last that we heard is just the ATSC, I'm going to call it Next Gen TV, which is the other name for it. Because I'm getting a little tongue-tied. It's getting a little late. So, Joe, updates, yes. So Next Gen TV, the most recent update that we've heard is that it's still on track to launch this year. Devices are still set to launch this year. Coronavirus has apparently not slowed them down. So that is the last that we've heard, the official word from Next Gen TV. But unfortunately, that's also all we've heard. And we've been updating quite a bit on that on Cord Cutters News. Philip has really been covering that. Philip is going to be doing more of the technical stuff, I guess. So whenever I find news on Next Gen TV, I pass it over to him. So he will be talking about that a little more in videos. So also, if you have any questions about Next Gen TV, go ahead and send them over to the Cord Cutters News team. You can contact us through the website. And if we get enough questions, Philip will hopefully do a whole video about Next Gen TV and what to expect. Michael says, congrats Cord Cutters and Luke, you've got this, you've been awesome. Luke, did you hear that? You've been awesome. I completely agree. Luke did such a great job of just building this company up, and I'm really excited now to just keep it moving forward. With his full blessing, I'd just like to point out Luke was fully on board for me sticking around, so yeah, hopefully I can follow in his footsteps and keep it going. Johnny says, we all love you, Jess. Thank you so much, Johnny. I really appreciate that. You all have been absolutely incredible and so supportive, and we really appreciate you. CP Life says, Jess, did you hear about Google? No, what happened at Google? Is there some big news that I missed out on? Let me know. Anthony says, I wonder what % of people use Roku, Fire Stick, etc. Funny you should mention that. We recently did our big Cord Cutters News spring survey, and in that survey we asked our readers who responded what services they like to use, what devices they like to use, all kinds of questions about who they are and how they watch content. So we will have the results of those up soon. We've gotten the results back, and our very cool team at the new company made some graphs and things, and we're working on some posts to share that information with you the best way possible. So look out for that, hopefully next week. That's what I'm hoping for. Lil Art wants to know, are there any new apps for Roku? Constantly. Roku is constantly coming out with new apps. I would say just head over to the channel store and click on the news section, and you'll find all kinds of good stuff, both free and paid. Also, be sure, if you're a Roku user, be sure to check out the Roku channel. There is a ton of really great free content over there, so don't miss out on that. Anthony, can't wait to see it. Yeah, you and me both. I actually assigned that out to a different writer, so I'm very excited to see what he does with all of that. He's really great at taking data and turning it into a really easy to read and interesting post, so hopefully next week. Paul says, again, Paul, I'm so sorry I keep missing all of your questions. Keep asking them. Have you tried BritBox? If you like comedies, you should watch Mrs. Brown's Boys on BritBox. Yeah, I actually have tried both BritBox and Acorn TV. I like them both for different reasons. They have some different content. I love both, so if anyone has tried both, let me know which one you prefer, BritBox or Acorn TV. Both of them have content from the UK and Ireland, and there are a couple of other locations too, but stuff that you normally can't get in the US. So definitely check those out if that's something that you're interested in. And I will make a note, Mrs. Brown's Boys. I will put that on my list because it sounds like something I'd be into. Chris says, Jess and Philip took over. Kind of. So yeah, Philip and I are working together to do all the content for Cord Cutters News. We have a really cool team of people who are going to work with us on content and video. I know video has been a big thing. I know that you guys are missing Luke in the Cord Cutting Today videos. Philip is just working his butt off to do these videos and make them really interesting for you guys. So look forward to some really cool stuff happening soon. CP Life, thank you. Yeah, send it to the Cord Cutters News email and I will check it out. Thank you so much. Jose says HBO has free shows for now on HBO Go. Yeah, so HBO made a bunch of their series. Some of them are the full series and some of them I think are limited seasons. But yeah, right now HBO content, and you can find it over on the blog, and if the page will load, I would send it to you. Internet troubles tonight. Yeah, but HBO content is free right now, not all of it, limited, but there is some really good stuff on that list, so definitely check that out. You can watch it on HBO Go, HBO Now, and it's also starting to show up for some distributors. So on the Roku channel, if you look up HBO on the Roku channel, not just Roku, but the Roku channel, you can also find that free content there. So if you're having a hard time finding it, or getting access on HBO Now or HBO Go, which I know a lot of you were. I was talking to some of you on Facebook. If you're having a hard time with those apps, go ahead and try it on the Roku channel. Amazing Eric says, Red Ventures now owns Cord Cutters News. The post is from March 26th. Yeah, thank you. I keep trying to get to it, and for some reason the website will not load for me. Need to get our Red Ventures IT team on that one. Yeah, Red Ventures now owns us. Yeah, great company, but the really nice part is that they've kind of let us still have control over creative content and everything, so you shouldn't notice much of a change. There will be some updates to like the website design and some of the features and things like that, but I'm being included in those meetings, so I promise that I am looking out for you guys and trying to keep your interests in mind and trying to make sure that everything we do is just very user-friendly and helpful for cord cutters. April says, is channel surfing available on any streaming service? So if you're using a streaming service and you find it very easy to channel surf the way that you do with cable, leave a comment. I know with Hulu Live you sort of can. You can sort of leave something on in the background while you're flipping through channels. But I know that not a lot of them kind of give you that very cable-like channel surfing experience. So if any of you have found the best solution for that, leave a comment. Paul says, what is Luke's YouTube channel? It is called Guy Reviews. Someone posted a link, and once again, my internet is slow, so I can't grab it for you. But Guy Reviews is the name of his other YouTube channel. Ed says, IMDb TV is slowly becoming my favorite free service. Interesting, Ed. Why is that? What's making it stand out from the others? I'm hoping that we can do some more posts about these free services because, as most of you know, that is my favorite thing in the world to talk about, free streaming services. I'm interested to know why you like IMDb best. That is very cool because that's a very good service and they have a lot of really great content on there. Lil Art says, who did Luke sell the company to? The company's name is Red Ventures. They own a bunch of digital companies. So we joined the group. Jim says, one more time. Jim, I'm so sorry that I missed your question earlier, but thank you for asking it again. Do you know when the new TiVo streaming stick is coming out? Oh, unfortunately, no. You will know as soon as we know. I will say that it should be just about ready because Luke and I got a chance to try it out at CES and it was awesome. So I'm very much hoping that they will release it soon. But like with everything else, you know, coronavirus really slowed things down. So I'm assuming that that's why it hasn't been released yet. But yeah, as soon as we find out, we will let you know. I promise. April, thank you so much. I appreciate that. April says that Philip and I are doing a good job. Thank you so much. It should be even better, hopefully, soon as we can bring in more writers, just to get more content out and have some extra voices on Cord Cutters News. Deborah has been binge watching True Blood on HBO. I have not gotten into that one yet. I have been watching, what are some things I've been binge watched lately? Succession was fantastic. Highly recommend that. Billions was one that I watched. It wasn't my favorite, not quite as much as Succession, but also good. Lillard wants to know who Philip is. Philip is a writer for Cord Cutters News. We introduced him on the blog a few weeks. I've lost all track of time. I'm blaming this quarantine situation. Philip, is now one of the reporters at Cord Cutters News. He is fantastic. He is super interested in technology. He's also doing a lot of the video work for Cord Cutters News. So if you're watching the Cord Cutting Today videos, that's Philip. Did you know that Sling TV is integrated with the Alexa voice control on the Fire TV system, just like Hulu and Philo? I did not know that, but again, funny you should mention that, because I know Philip is doing something right now. He's got something in the works where he will be talking more about voice control on devices. That's something that I'm not super familiar with and something that he's interested in, so look out for more information from him. Manny says, let's follow Luke on Guy Reviews. Absolutely. Go ahead and follow him. I think that's a great idea. Anthony says, I've been watching The Sopranos. It's on Prime and the Roku channel. That is awesome. That is another one that I haven't watched, but somebody recommended that to me last time I did a Q&A, so it is very much on my list. My Daily Side, hi. Thanks for being here. Glad you could be here. We're going to wrap up in about 10 minutes, so you kind of came in at the tail end, but if you have any questions, ask away. April says, Fox Now free live TV has been great. Yeah, that's very cool. So a lot of networks, a lot of companies are making content free during coronavirus. They're figuring that since everyone is stuck at home and very interested in getting more news content, that they would make a lot of it free, which I think is fantastic. So great move by Fox News, and there are a bunch of others. ABC also made theirs free. So whatever your preferred news service is, there's likely a way that you can get it for free right now. Michael says, Stranger Things is cool. Have you watched it? Yes, I have. Actually, I have two little cousins. Not little. One of them's very much a teenager. They were very into it for a while, so I watched it with them. We all really liked it. I don't think I watched the latest season, so maybe something else to check out. Joe says, is Roku in the UK a big deal? I'm sure for people in the UK, it's a big deal. That's the thing too, we're very US focused at Cord Cutters News only because it's where we're located and it's where a lot of streaming stuff happens. So anytime that we see stuff about the UK, Canada, anywhere else, we try to share it just in case people happen to be finding us from those locations. I know that there aren't as many options, even in Canada, which surprised me, but it's just a matter of licensing and all of that. So anyway, whenever stuff like that happens, we try to share it over on the blog just to get the word out. All right, Anthony says, HBO has a mini-series called Chernobyl that is really good, but not free through the Roku channel. Yes, I watched the first episode of that, and it was great, very intense, but really good. So definitely check that out if you're looking for another show to binge watch. All right, sorry for all the drinking. Anytime that I talk for more than half an hour at a time, the voice just kind of goes. Ed says, a lot of free services have the same content, but IMDb seems to have a better picture and more of my favorite movies and shows. My ad blocker works on the website, so no commercials. I cannot support the use of an ad blocker as a person who works for a website that depends on ads for a paycheck. However, I will say I agree with you that IMDb is very cool because the picture quality is really good. It does have some unique shows and movies. If you haven't tried Crackle yet, that's another really good one. They've been coming out with some very cool original content. So if you're just looking for something else to watch without paying for another service, I recommend it. My Daily Side says, do you know when Pluto TV will have another update with new content? Unfortunately, no. But I will say that Pluto TV is pretty consistently adding just individual channels. So just always keep checking in. And whenever we hear about those new channels, we post about them every time. So keep an eye on the blog. Jeff says, I do not know who I speak for, but we all need to thank Luke for everything he did for the site. 100% agreed. Luke was an incredible boss. He did such a great job of building up Cord Cutters News. We were all very grateful for that and everything that he's done for all of us. And yeah, he has helped so many people cut the cord and save money. So definitely, big thank you to Luke for everything that he has done for all of us. And I'm hoping that we can just keep it going. Ed says that we're whitelisted. He watches our ads. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Lillart wants to know what I'm drinking. Just water out of my Cord Cutters News mug, as always. I will be switching to tea after this is over. Ed and James are saying that they love Tubi. Yeah, absolutely. Amazing Eric is also loving Tubi. That's a very good one if you're looking for a free service. Pluto, Crackle, very good options. Yeah, if anyone has more that they'd like to share, Zumo is another one. Richard says, with Next Gen TV coming, I hope that Roku comes out with a tuner and a streaming device. I would not be surprised at all to see a lot of these companies coming out with devices with Next Gen TV. I think it's going to really blow up. Probably not so much this year, maybe more next year. I've said this a few times now. I think that things will get introduced this year, and a lot of those people who really like to be, I don't know how to say it, on the cutting edge of things, people who love trying the new things will maybe get their hands on stuff this year. I think next year it'll be big. Tony and My Daily Side are both saying Vudu for free content, definitely. So on Vudu you can rent or buy shows and movies, but they also have a lot of stuff for free with ads, so definitely check those out. Redbox also now has a free streaming service. April says Luke can make guest appearances. I would love that. That would be fantastic. Yeah, if Luke is ever down for doing an interview, it would be like bringing the podcast back, and I would love that so much. So yeah, Luke, again, if you were still listening, come make a guest appearance. He is listening. He is sending me messages as we're doing this. So yeah, Luke is hearing all of your compliments. Keep them coming. My Daily Side says, what's going to happen to those movies to come out in movie theaters? Will they be on demand, pay-as-you-go for the new in-theater movies? So a lot of movie companies are sending things straight to streaming, so you've probably seen some of them. So Disney had Frozen 2, Onward. Those both got pulled from the theater early or went straight to streaming. And then Universal, I believe, was the first one to make some of their movies go straight to streaming. I just watched The Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, and I watched that with Fandango Now. So yeah, I think that'll be a trend that keeps up during this coronavirus stuff, but I know a lot of companies are also just hanging on to movies and they will release them later. Disney was also talking about doing that with some of their more major movies because they still want to do that theatrical release, but obviously they can't do it right now. Bill says existing ATSC 1 will be around for 5 years. Yeah, like I said, Philip will have some more posts about ATSC going up soon, so look for all of that. Lillard said he gave me a coffee mug. Yes, this was before I started working for Luke full-time. I flew down to Dallas to hang out with. Someone just told me to stop touching my face. I know, I'm sorry. It is such a bad habit that I have to break. Anyway, I flew down to Texas to meet with the cord cutters team quite a while ago, years ago. And while I was there, yes, Luke gave me my Cord Cutters News coffee mug to welcome me to the family. So it is treasured. I will keep it forever. Ed says, I'd like the idea of bypassing the theater and going straight to a pay streaming platform. Yeah, as a tried and true cord cutter, I completely agree. I love being able to watch things at home, but I will say I also really like going to the theater. It's just that I don't want to go often. It's very expensive, and sometimes it's just easier to stay home and watch a movie. Anthony says they charge $20 to see movies that are in theaters. Yeah, that is the downside of all of this. To make up for the money lost from releasing in theaters, these companies are charging like $20 to rent the movie, even just for 48 hours. So something to keep in mind. Lil Art says, wash my hands. I will, I promise. Thank you for looking out for me. Yeah, as soon as we are done with the video, I will go wash my hands, I promise. Chris, just subscribe to your YouTube channel, Luke. Hopefully your numbers are going up a little bit. Aaron says, any chance that more channels will be added to YouTube TV? Yeah, of course, always a chance. However, we have to keep in mind that with more channels often comes the price hike. So be careful what you wish for with that one. My Daily Side says, do you know when Luke will have those cups on sale on the site again? No, actually, that's something I should bring up with the team. I would love to keep selling the Cord Cutters News mugs. I would like to get myself a nice little collection of them just in case I break one by accident. But hopefully, we'll see. April says Philip needs a cool background for his videos. Yeah, so Philip, this is his first time really doing videos like this, so be patient with him, please, and be kind and supportive in the comments, please. Yeah, he's very excited about learning more and doing more, and definitely coming up with backgrounds is something on his list, but we are all very, very busy right now, so we're working on all of this, but please be patient with us while we figure it out. Gary says, Jess, is there any word on when NFL Channel and Red Zone will come to YouTube TV, etc.? I think NFL had an exclusive with Dish Network that ends in 2020. I believe you meant 2020, not 2002. Not yet, unfortunately, again, but I do have a post that is so ready to go the minute that YouTube TV adds these channels. So I will be posting about it, I promise. I have an alert set up, so if anything happens, I will hopefully be the first to know. Yeah, so I'm keeping an eye on it, but no word yet. Amazing Eric says maybe RV can get more Cord Cutters News merchandise. Yeah, definitely. That's something that we can look into. Right now we're all still kind of getting adjusted to the new normal over here, so it'll be something to look for in the future, hopefully. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, I'll pass along all of these compliments to Philip. He'll be happy to hear them. I know that doing the videos is just so much work, and I know that he really enjoys it, but it really is a lot of hard work, so we appreciate all of the compliments. Thank you. Ed says for Philip's first time, he seems pretty comfortable in front of the camera. Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's something he's really good at. He doesn't have the shaky voice and all the ums like I do. So yeah, I think he's doing a really great job, and I'm excited to see what he does with the YouTube channel. Laura, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks. Anthony says Philo is great. Yep, they are an affordable option, and you can give it a try without using a credit card. So if you want to do a free trial, you can go to their website. You just need a phone number. G Money says Cord Cutters is in good hands with Jess and Philip. Thank you so much for that great compliment. I really appreciate it. I just want to say thank you again, everyone, for being so supportive. I know things have kind of been up in the air, and you all weren't expecting to see that blog post from Luke announcing that he would be leaving, but I really appreciate you all sticking with us and joining me for these Q&As. I promise that I will start doing them weekly. Just kind of had some stuff get in the way last week, unfortunately. My Daily Side says, yes, everyone please like this video if you found it helpful. It's just really nice for us to know that people are enjoying what we're doing. All right, just a couple more questions. It's after 9 o'clock. I know we got started late. Sorry about that. I will hopefully have that figured out for next week. So a couple last questions. If there's anything else that you are just dying to know, please let me know. CP Life says, Philip said that he wants to do Q&As. I'm all for that. This is just kind of the way it's working out for us now. I thought maybe seeing a familiar face once a week would be nice, but yeah, whenever he's feeling good about all of that, if he wants to jump in and do them, I am all for it. Jeff says, Philip's wife deserves kudos for being a special ed teacher. Yeah, that is just such a cool family, so definitely if you haven't already watched some of Philip's videos, I suggest checking them out. All right, guys, I think that we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate you all again so much for being here and sticking with me for this live stream, even with the false start. Yeah, thank you so much for being here, and I will be here again next week. In the meantime, check back in for cord cutting today videos with Philip. All right, have a great night, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you all next week.